In a meadow most marvellous, where mushrooms merrily murmured and daisies debated the doctrines of Descartes, there did Zephyrus, the whimsical wind, wander with wonderment. The air was thick with the scent of sorcery and silliness, as each gust carried giggles from the giddy fungi below. "What curious capers dost thou conjure?" quoth Zephyrus, his voice a symphony of soft breezes and playful whispers. Amidst this enchanting expanse appeared Gorgonzola, a goat of grandiosity and guffaws, whose appetite for absurdity was as boundless as the sky. "Pray tell," bleated Gorgonzola with a twinkle in his eye, "what wisdom dost thou wield? Dost thou possess spells to spin the mundane into mirth?" His horns glimmered like gilded crescents under the sun's benevolent gaze. With a flourish befitting a bard of olden days, Zephyrus replied in tongue-twisting alliteration, "Gales grant great gifts to gallant goats." His words danced upon the air like dandelion seeds caught in a delightful draught. But beware, for magic is not merely mischief, it is a tapestry woven with threads of thought and intention. "Ah, a tapestry!" exclaimed Gorgonzola, his eyes wide with wonder. "Might I learn to weave such wondrous wizardry? Canst thou teach me to tickle time or twist reality?" He pranced about in glee, his hooves tapping out an impromptu jig upon the verdant grass. "Indeed," declared Zephyrus with an exaggerated flourish. "But first we must master the art of absurdity, for within folly lies the foundation of fantastic feats." With that proclamation he summoned forth a swirling cyclone of colours, a kaleidoscope of chaos that spun around them both. Each hue held secrets untold and spells yet unspun. As they twirled amidst this tempestuous tapestry, Zephyrus began to impart arcane facts wrapped in whimsy. "Didst thou know," he intoned gravely while giggling softly, "that goats possess an innate ability to discern between genuine glee and ghastly grumpiness? 'Tis true, they are nature's own barometers of bliss." "Fascinating," bleated Gorgonzola as he attempted to balance on one hoof while nodding sagely. "But what spell shall we craft? What magical mischief shall we manifest?" His curiosity bubbled over like a cauldron on a merry misadventure. "Let us conjure forth the spell of silly shadows," proclaimed Zephyrus with gusto, "a spell that transforms shadows into shapes most ludicrous. But heed my warning, this enchantment requires utmost concentration lest it turn thee into an even sillier silhouette." With fervent focus, they began their incantation. "Silly shadows, shimmer and sway, twist thy form in fanciful play." Yet just as they reached the crescendo of their chant, an unexpected gust swept through the meadow, a rogue wind born from nowhere, twisting their words into chaos. In that moment of magical mayhem, instead of silly shadows appearing before them, there emerged a flock of flying fish flapping frantically through the air. Gorgonzola gasped in astonishment while Zephyrus chuckled heartily at their unforeseen folly. "Well now, it seems we've stumbled upon an entirely new spell, the spell of flapping fishes!" With laughter echoing through the meadow and fish flitting about like feathered fowl, Gorgonzola realized that sometimes magic is not merely about control, but rather embracing delightful disasters. Thus began their whimsical journey into further enchantments, where every mishap became a lesson in levity and every laugh echoed through eternity.